Welcome to another edition of Timoteo TV preview of Week 6. Can't believe we're this far into the season. As usual, I have Chris Law here with me. As you can see, predictions last week weren't quite correct. Because the Packers lost to the Cardinals, and also because of that, we have Fred with us this week instead of Buddy. Fred spoke with him, I think, right after those games and passed on his picks for this week, but we don't know where Buddy is. He's just so down and depressed about this last loss. I don't think he's been able to handle it. He sounded pretty upset.
Yeah, I think he locked himself in his room. He's pretty hurt. But I tried to get him out, but he wasn't feeling it. He just wouldn't. He tears in his eyes, and but what he did was he handed me his picks. So I'm gonna be the messenger today and just tell you what Buddy wanted everyone to know.
I just don't know. Since that time, though, I've tried to get a hold of Buddy, and he's nowhere to be found. I mean, I don't know if I can go through this today. I mean, Cassie has no idea where he's at. We're on official Buddy suicide watch. So we need you to help us today to find Buddy. No idea where he's at, and I just don't know how the Packers are going to rebound from this kind of thing. I mean, a loss to the Cardinals is one thing, but the loss of Buddy is another.
Yeah.
So we just need your prayers and your support looking for Buddy today. I mean, this is tough.
Yeah.
So
let me just add one more thing. I haven't seen him this hurt since I worked him on the field in the old head league. I heard his feelings on a daily basis down there. So,
Buddy, if you're out there, we love you. Come back.
Come back.
It's okay.
I've never seen Chris this emotional. I'm not sure if it's the dress or his close friendship with Buddy.
I won't hurt you, buddy.
It's like a time of the month.
But anyway, so this week we're in the Timoteo library. These are all the records and everything of Timoteo.
We just couldn't be in the place that we normally are.
Yeah, without
Buddy there, it's not
wasn't
right.
the same.
Nope.
So we had to be in a different location. So that's what it is. But even though this pain, guys, we're gonna have to work through this, and we're gonna need to get to the game. So let's go. Let's do the best we can. So first game, 3:30, we have the Jets and the Cardinals. The Jets have been improving every week. We've been saying they've been looking better, but this could be a rough week for them with the 5-0 Cardinals.
Yeah. This is unbelievable to me, man. The Cardinals, they're the real deal. Beginning of the year, I said they look like the Packers with red jerseys. Well, maybe the Packers are the Cardinals with green jerseys. You know, they're redefining some things, and they're looking good. They got lucky though. Because did you see what they did? They go up a miraculous touchdown to go ahead of the Packers. And what do? They go for a meaningless extra point, which gets intercepted, and they're lucky Kyler didn't take it back, and they would have lost in the same fashion that they won the week before. Some teams win, and some teams, I don't know. It was unbelievable. But here's the thing about the Cardinals. You know what they remind me? I'm going to tell you something right now. Remember the Titans. Some of these cats may not even know who the Titans were because they're not in the league anymore. But the Titans, just a couple years ago, they were in the Justice Division while the Peace Division was beating everybody up, winning. They won it all. They were doing so great. And then they get into the playoffs. And who they face? The Raiders. And the Raiders spank them, right? And the Raiders going to win the whole thing. I'm telling you this year, look for the Raiders factor. Because I think the Cardinals have not been tested 2 weeks in a row. And they're going to get into the playoffs. They're going to face the Raiders, and they're going to lose, right? So that's just all I'm going to say. But this week, they don't have anything to worry about because it's called the Jets factor. So this week, the Cardinals bench is going to be excited because some of the guys that have been on that bench all year get to play this week. So let's give it up to the Cardinals bench. And they're going to beat the Jets this week 51-6. Jets factor, baby.
So what's the message from Buddy, Fred, on this game?
Well, his score, before I even get to the score, since we want to make Titans, go back to the Titans.
A little personal there.
Yeah, a little personal. Someone sounds a little hurt because the Cardinals were able to pull it in. Pull it out. I'm telling you, I'm impressed with this Cardinals team. This Cardinals team is the real deal. They've shown that they can bang with the big boys. They're demolishing the other teams. I'm impressed by the Cardinals. But don't talk about my Titans again. Cardinals. I have the Cardinals where Buddy has the Cardinals winning 42, Jets 6. Another whooping for the Jets. The Jets might score maybe a little bit more, but because they're gonna have to take ones on and stuff. But I'm gonna say Carl. I'm agree with Buddy with that score.
All right. Our next 3:30 game, we have the Skins and Vikes. Skins 3-2, Vikings 2-3. Both these teams have been in the league for quite some time. They've seen each other multiple times. What's going to happen?
This will be the game everybody watches at 3:30. They don't even be watching the other one. This one, the Vikings are 11th on offense, 3rd on defense. The Skins are 2nd on offense, 4th on defense. What's interesting is I think the reason why the Vikings are so low on offense is because they play in the division that's so strong in defense. But that said, the Skins play in the exact same division. And so I think the Skins are very, very tough. Now, here's the thing with the Vikings, right? The 7 players on that team got to come together as one, right? I mean, I don't know what happened. They used to have at least 10, 12, 15, whatever. They need to come back together because they are in the fight of their lives. Right now, as I see it, the Vikings, the Colts, and the Ravens are all neck and neck trying to fight for that 7th and 8th spot in the grade 8. And one of them are going to get dropped. And I think when I look at the Vikings, they play the Skins, the Ravens, and the Eagles.
Whew, that's tough.
Maybe they can beat the Ravens. That's going to be it's a must-win for the Ravens. The Skins and the Eagles, I mean, they're talking power points. I mean, every game, every inch of every game is going to be so important for them. But this week, they are going to lose to the Skins. All right, Skins are going to win 32-19. The next week is a must-win for them. They have to find a way to win that game versus Ravens if they want to have a prayer getting into the grade 8. This week, they can, most of the players can stay home like they did this week, and they'll be fine. But the next week they better show up in force.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like you and Buddy are on the same page as far as score. He has the Skins going 32, Vikes 18. Again, I know the Vikes are dealing with a lot of adversity right now. They're trying to pull that team together. I'm pulling for them. I love an underdog, but I have to agree with Buddy. I believe the Skins are gonna put 32 points on the board and beat the Vikes. And
real quick, mentioning Buddy and Chris's picks kind of being on the same page. Last week, I mean, they had different picks, but both went 5-1. With the Chris having a total record then of 20-10 and Buddy going to 26-4. And then the Oracle actually went 6-0. The Oracle really,
he's a Packer hater.
Yeah, that was the Oracle went 6-0, going to 20-4.
He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Well, let's get into one more game here before we take a break. 5 o'clock game. We have Ravens 2-3 with the Broncos, who are 1-4. Big game for the Ravens, as you mentioned.
This won't be the game of the week because the other 5 o'clock game will be, but this will be a good game. This is the Ravens, who are 5th in offense and 8th in defense, whereas the Broncos are 4th on offense and 9th in defense. So they're really equally matched. They would have the same record if the Broncos wouldn't have had to forfeit the win. Now, if you look at the Ravens, they're on a 3-game skid. I mean, skid marks as long as your underwear, right? I mean, this thing is bad. They have but the thing is they lost against some pretty tough teams, and in the next 3 games they have to play the Broncos, the Vikings, and the Colts. I think the Ravens are going to win at least 2 of those, and they're going to lock up that 7th seed. And the Broncos, on the other hand, they could be the spoiler here. Because if they can knock off the Ravens this week, the Vikings will be hungry. And if the Vikings can knock them off, the Ravens could be very on the thresholds of even getting in. I mean, they could win all 3 of these games. They could lose all 3 of these games. The Ravens have to come, and they have to play tough. I think this game... I don't think the Broncos are going to be able to be the spoiler. I think the Ravens are going to win 33-31. This is about extra points, this game. They're the finest details. I mean, this game could go either way. This is a close game.
With this matchup, Buddy has the Broncos pulling it out just by 2, 28-26. Looking at these 2 teams, their record doesn't show exactly everything that they can do. They have big play potential. Even when they're getting killed, they still pull plays out. When their backs against the wall, I've seen them just pull it back. Even with the Broncos having that big win, was it last week or where they pulled it out against the Panthers? They had that type of 2 weeks ago. They have great potential for those big type of plays. I think this is going to be a good game. But yeah, I'm agree with Buddy as well with the Broncos taking the win 28-26.
Yeah, and if the Broncos could just keep the same roster, get their full roster out there each week, they could really probably have more wins on the board.
And come on time.
Yeah,
bring a sundial.
Warm up a little.
Bring a sundial. Bring some type of clock, the Flavor Flav clock, something. But
Well, thanks for joining us. We'll be right back after these messages breaking down the rest of the games.